With your pencil, very lightly, put 4 dots in the corners, connect them with a straight-ish line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then you're going to put your first letter of your first name or your last name, pick one. Draw as nice and big as you can, and then you're going to drive around that letter. Remember to draw lightly so that you can erase. I'm going to erase the inside letter. And then I'm going to start breaking it up into sections. I'm staying inside that little border, so the outside edge I'm not going in. And I'm just breaking up as many sections as I can, not making them too small, looking around, make sure I don't have any really big sections. I'm going to go back over, trace them all with Sharpie, and erase your pencil lines. See that frame and the letter first, and then I can go over and do all my lines. I can change them a little bit if needed. I just want to make sure that it's broken and shattered into a bunch of puzzle pieces. You don't want tiny ones, and you don't want any that are too big. Before I start coloring, I'm going to do a little practicing on my shapes. The top, I'm going to do it as light as possible. I'm going to actually color the entire thing as light as possible. And then I'm going to go back and do the side and do another layer to make it a little bit darker. And then the front one, I'm going to do it as dark as I can. Now I can switch over to a shoe and practice doing light to dark. So I'm going to color the entire thing as light as possible and then decide which side I want it dark. Do it really dark close to the edge and then layer the color to get that gradient, that fade or that ombre look. Taking your time, layering. Do it lightly and put layer over layer and it will blend a lot better. Now that you have yours drawn with Sharpie and your pencil lines erased, you're going to pick your first color, go through and just color in the lightest shade. I'm going through and skipping some so that I can use a different color. Remember, you're trying to color all in the same direction, all as light as you can. You're then next, after you complete this step, are going to go in and start adding the value to make it dark on one side and light on the other side. Now that I have my first color set out and planned, I can go back in and start adding a dark side to each shape, each puzzle piece. So I'm going to pick one side, darken it as dark as I can, and then layer the colored pencil to get that gradient or ombre look. Once I finish my first color, I can go on and pick one or two other colors. Go in and plan out, coloring as lightly as you can with your colors. And then you're going to go back and do the same thing, picking one side to make it darker.